Welcome to Knockout Sports Talk. I am your host, Annabelle. Joining us today is professional athlete Gabriel, Warrior of God Freyre. Thank you for joining us, Gabriel.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me on.
Gabriel, you are a professional bare knuckle boxer and a professional mixed martial arts fighter. You're
Mhm.
also up against Desmond, the Predator Green, for this upcoming BYB Extreme number 11 fight at the Trump National. How do you feel coming up to this fight?
Oh, I feel great. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm ready to bring that belt home.
Yes?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're up against the middleweight belt and
Mhm.
you're in the main event.
Yes, yes.
What are some
I'm
of the
ready.
things? Yeah. So, what are some of the things you've been doing to train for this fight?
Um, just basically the same as any other. I'm getting except this round's or this fight is 7 rounds, not five, so more cardio, of course. But and then I'm fighting Desmond Green, who was in the UFC. He used to be, but yeah, I'm ready. I just went on full throttle, put on full throttle, and I went all
Yeah,
at it. I'm ready to go.
you're ready to go. So, a little history on you. You have been with BYB since
Mhm.
BYB 6. You fought in BYB
Yes,
6 and in BYB 9. Tell us a little bit
yes.
about how you liked the fight or some of the highlights from BYB 6.
Um, six. I fought Nick Villar on that one. I won by I TKO'd him in round three. He didn't come out for round four. He didn't answer the bell. My next fight was BYB nine. That was in Tampa. Um, that was against Nathan Arriaga. That went all 5 rounds, and that was a good fight too. You can look them if anybody wants to know. They're both on YouTube on
Yeah.
BYB Extreme Fighting Series YouTube channel.
That's awesome. And what are some of the things that you look back on those fights, any of them, and you think, I wish I would have done this a little bit better, or damn, I really killed that. Like, what are some of the highlights that you liked the most from any of the fights?
I could have been more prepared in both fights,
In
uh,
what sense?
but now I'm the most prepared I've ever been. Which I was prepared in the last ones, but I just right now I'm the best I've ever been. So I'm just ready to go in there and show what I've just show my skills.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, some of the things, speaking to other athletes, I know that there's no training like with bare knuckles. So you have to basically train with boxing gloves. Given your history, what are some of the fighting styles that you use in your training? Like, do you spar with boxing gloves or more like UFC gloves?
Oh, I box. Spar boxing gloves. That's basically what bare knuckle is. Um, it is different though. It is different because we don't have any gloves on, and the MMA fighters do a little better. Have in have shown to do a little better in it. But I'm an MMA fighter and a boxer. But I train boxing now. Boxing always what is giving me best or prepared best for this.
Right,
So
of
yeah.
course. That makes sense actually. Okay, so let's see. We talked about. Okay, so when did you become professional, a professional boxer? Because I was seeing some of your Instagram posts. I saw that you have a championship belt as an
Mhm.
amateur. When did you become pro then, or when was it that you became pro?
I became pro in 2020. That belt was for WCFL in Tampa,
Correct.
Florida. Mixed martial arts, though. That wasn't boxing. Boxing, I actually never had a professional boxing fight. I've had two professional MMA fights and then two professional bare knuckle boxing fights. And I went pro in 2020. My first professional bare knuckle fight was at the end of 2021. I'm pretty sure. 2020, yeah.
That last
And
year. I know. Doesn't it
yeah.
seem like 2020 and 2021 are like non-existent?
Yeah, it's just because yeah, so much stuff's going on in this world. It's like you're distracted. You,
Exactly. It's crazy. Um, okay, so we talked a little bit. You actually mentioned that in one of the last fights you went all 5 rounds, which exhausts you more as an athlete because it requires a lot more cardio. So
Yes.
for this fight, what are some of the training skills that you're using, like when it comes to cardio? Are you like on the treadmill, bike? Like what are some of the things that you do for cardio to get you trained up?
Nothing substitutes road work. So basically running outside and running. If it rains, I run on my treadmill. And just rounds in the gym. Just nonstop keeping at it. Just train, train, train. And I trained more this time than I did last time, so I'll be in better shape. There's only 2 rounds, so we 7 round fight. I don't plan on it going the distance training though. I plan on getting them out of there earlier. But hey, I'm ready for it.
You're
Ready for
ready. You seem ready. This is awesome. So you mentioned you know a little bit about your opponent, Desmond, the Predator Green. You mentioned that he was a UFC fighter previously. So what else do you know about him? What are some strategies that you plan on using against him? Unless we don't want to discuss that on air because we don't
it.
want.
There's a lot you could say about him, but as a boxer, he's not the best boxer. I'm gonna outbox him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna outbox him. And I'm just better than him. He's been to more places. I guess he's been deeper. Like meaning he's been to the UFC. I don't care. It doesn't bother me none. Um, and then this ain't MMA. This is bare knuckle boxing. It's different. It's only the hands, and he's a wrestler too. That's just learning how to box. So he's yeah, put him down, man.
Yeah. So shifting gears a little bit here, you call yourself the Warrior of God. How did you get that title? How did that come about?
My name's Gabriel. Um, And Gabriel in the Bible means warrior of God, messenger of God, man of God. So I embrace that. Um, I'm very religious. I believe in God, of course, in Jesus' name. You always put God first. So it's one of the meanings of my name. So that's why it's
Archangel Gabriel. He's one of the
yes.
archangels, correct? I do. He's one of my favorites. I'm reading over your Instagram. You do mention God in a lot of it, and I really appreciate that. I think that's so beautiful. You do mention that God
Thank you.
first in Jesus' name.
I've always been a believer, but my faith became the strongest when I first joined the military in February 28, 2013. That's
That
when it became the strongest.
that's when it became the strongest because most soldiers, and that's something I was going to shift gears and talk to you about because you're not just a fighter. You were actually a soldier, and you're not a
Mm,
soldier. You're retired now, obviously.
mm,
So you were a soldier for special forces where you were a paratrooper.
mm.
That's so amazing. And did you ever train any fighting techniques while you were in the service?
Kickboxing mixed with jujitsu. It's like a weird.
Interesting. That is
Well,
weird.
yeah, because because I want you to know how to strike, but to get it down to the ground as quickly as possible, and basically neutralize your
You've always had a heart of a fighter, whether it was in the service or now as a professional bare knuckle boxer and mixed martial arts fighter. So you've always had that fighting spirit.
Oh yeah, I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, so it
yeah.
stems to when you were a kid. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And did you always know you wanted to be a soldier?
That's no, no. I did that to better myself when I was 20. When I was 20, I turned 21 in basic training. I did that to better my life. That's why I joined the military. I thought to better myself. I see myself going down a bad path, the wrong path. So I joined the military.
Well, thank you for serving.
Mm,
I'm glad that you recognize that and you turned your life
thank
for the
you.
better,
Mm,
instead of
yeah,
continuing down a bad path.
thank you.
So, yeah, absolutely. And so you are a husband and a father. And here you are, professional boxer, fighting in the main event in just a few days. How do you manage your time?
I don't know. Uh,
That's a sincere.
I don't know. I'm dedicated. Um, I really want this. It's not just a need; it's a want. So it's really important to me. That's
I'm
how
glad
I do it.
that you said that. It's not a need, it's a want because a lot of people say, I need this and I need this. No, if you want something, you're going to go harder. You're going to, you know what I
There
mean?
you go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. So I totally agree with you on that. Is there anything you would like to share about this upcoming fight or with our viewers, with our audience?
Basically, God put me on this journey, this to be a fighter, and I've talked, and me and him have talked. And this is what I'm supposed to do. And I want to thank my coach Terrence Kelly with TKO Boxing Club out of Huntington, West Virginia. I want to thank my manager Joe Mack, Psycho Joe or Big Joe Mack. And man, I just y'all need to watch the fight. It's gonna be fireworks, and it's actually a really, really big fight, and a lot of people are going to be tuned in to watch it. It's an important fight, especially for this division, 155-pound division, Benacore. So I'm about to submit my place uh, Saturday night, and I'm going to show. Everybody knows who I am, but they're going to talk about me after this. They're not going to have a choice,
I
and
love
I'm ready. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and you grew up basically talking trash to each other in any level of competition. It makes you better. It makes you better. It always made me better. I never got mad and cried and pouted and kicked off. I talk shit back. Um,
good.
I just
There's no
I grab life by the reins. It's got real personal,
Oh,
real
that's
personal. He doesn't even think that I belong in the ring with him. I'm just letting you know, so if you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's a god.
well, I'm totally rooting for you and
Thank
you'll be
you.
nice to me at weigh-ins because I'll be nice to you.
Of course. Oh yeah, you have no you. I'm always nice. I'm through and through always nice. I'm a genuine person.
Your words have been so inspirational and I
Thank you.
really appreciate your time. I know that your time is very limited. You're constantly training up for this fight. So I really, really appreciate your time. Everyone, thank you for watching. Again, I am
Oh
your
yeah.
host, Annabelle with Knockout Sports Talk, and you heard from Gabriel, Warrior of God Freyre. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys. God bless you. Thanks for talking. Till next time.